Jamie on the mic, got the stats so tight. Jonathan's fire bringing heat tonight. Justin with the plays, got the game on lock. Jacob's got the style, we're ready to rock. Brothers United, talking all sports, flipping the bacon. We bring the reports from the field to the court. We calling the free four voices, brothers in the state, pure comedy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Full J Show, where we're four brothers, four voices, endless takes, and just pure comedy. I'm your boy Jamie, and I'll let the other brothers introduce themselves.
What's up, guys? Jonathan, glad to have y'all back for another week. Can't wait to get in it with y'all.
So, boy, Justin, final started. What a great first game to get it started. Can't wait to start talking about
it. What's up, Jacob? Myles Garrett is gone. So we're sweeping the Browns this year. They usually get us at home at their house, but this year we're going to sweep them.
Let's say this
Ravens still our ass.
Worried about the Browns.
Bengals are still our ass. So it looks like another division win for us. Hey, I might even go out and say like conference, you know. Actually, let's just be honest. Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. So we'll see y'all there, you know. These other teams that will fight amongst themselves, you know.
Anyway, speaking of it, since you brought it up, the Myles Garrett trade shocked the nation this week. Absolutely bonkers to see that trade go through. Honestly, kind of happy for Myles because it does feel like he was one of those guys that was kind of wasting his career away at a lesser organization. But, I mean, talk about a pickup for the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean,
of all the teams that could have got him, like, I think any other team right now I would have been fine with. I don't know what is about the Rams these past few years. They're just an annoying team, I think. It's like they just every move gets better. Like it's not a move that you really go, "Ooh, I wonder why they did that." Like the fact that they got Trent McDuffie this year too. Like that's already gone. Like everybody's forgotten about that part. They got Trent McDuffie this year. So you got probably one of the best corners in the league, and you're telling them, I just need you to guard for 0.5 seconds. Because we've never seen Myles Garrett on a team where the other team is pass heavy because they're trying to catch up to the Rams or keep up with the Rams. And now you're just going to have Myles Garrett. And God forbid Aaron Donald comes out of retirement. I mean, we might as well just wrap it up.
My gosh.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Who do you block?
That's what I'm saying. Like
you can't. There's no.
Do y'all think he can turn it back on though?
Yes. He came in turned on. Like I mean, and he ain't. It don't look like he's lost this. Oh, okay, pause. My bad. But and then we forget their line before then. Ford, Fisk, them boys, Ladman in the for the linebacker. Like their defense was already very good with Jared Verse, and all you did was upgrade it with Myles Garrett. Like that's a super team this year. That is a bona fide super team this year. Like, is it Super Bowl or bust? Is it that level type of talent on that team?
Well, honestly, if you think about it, they were a playoff team last year with a very skilled offense whose defense let them down in situations. And every move they've done this all season has shored up that defense. They got better at corner. They got elite at defensive line. I mean, you could elite at corner too. Like, don't get me wrong, but elite at defensive line. So you got to kind of say it does feel like they're making a run for. It almost feels like, hey, we know we're going to be in a little bit of a drop off rebuild when Stafford retires. So now we need to go ahead. Let's get a Super Bowl. Let's get a win while we got them, and then let's chill. That's what's going to happen.
And then,
go ahead, Jacob.
Let me cut y'all off.
Go ahead.
What we really need to be talking about is Jared Verse, because they sent that man to purgatory. Like, brother's done for.
But okay,
I wouldn't say all that.
Okay,
also,
I'll let Jonathan go first.
Do you think the Browns got too little? I think they got too little.
I personally think they got too little.
I do too. It makes no sense for me. Don't make sense. You got rid of him, Myles Garrett for reverse, which I mean, I guess it's somewhat of a replacement,
Verse ain't
but
bad.
No,
Verse
Versus
ain't
not
bad.
bad. He's not
no,
bad.
that's what I
He's
said. It's
not
somewhat of a
Myles.
replacement. That's literally what I said. But
He's
it's not.
not. But who is
He's
Miles?
not Garrett's Mel. That's just what I'm saying.
TJ.
Why would you?
All right. Finish your take. We're not talking about the Steelers right now.
Y'all can't say that when
No,
you
we're
know
not talking about the
you know
Steelers right now.
TJ's stack record. Like, come on, like, come on, dog.
Jacob. That is not a good replacement in my opinion, bro.
What do you
Man, but
mean?
No, he's
He
saying he
had to
don't
beat
think
his
Birds.
record.
He's talking about
I don't.
Birds.
Am I talking about get those Steelers, bro? Come on, man. Man, I ain't. Me personally, I don't think that was a very competent trade to allow that man to go to the Rams for number one.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't really directly affect them because he went to the Rams, but it's still, I just don't think Verse is an adequate trade compared to Myles Garrett, basically.
This is my only thing where Mike can understand with the Browns what they're doing is you now aren't paying the highest paid contract outside of the QB now that you've gotten rid of Myles. You're now picking up Jared Burks, who you now have 2 years on a rookie deal. Who is, I mean, I think Jared Burks had 13, 14 sacks last year. So you're talking about, I mean,
he wasn't bad.
Yeah,
a guy that's still learning.
And let's not forget, yes, now you could attribute a lot of the Browns' success to what Myles Garrett was doing because you could not go to one side of the field. However, they had the rookie defensive player of the year coming back with that linebacker. The Browns still got a solid team, so I think they're just in full rebuild now. But you still got someone who is going to be a bona fide edge rusher for years to come because Jerry Burks, since he's gotten into the league, has been good. So I don't think it's like the worst thing for the Browns to do. I think they understand, like, we're not winning nothing this year probably because you got questions at the QB market. But so let's get these, now that you got 2 first-round picks, a bunch of 3rd and 4th and 5th round picks, a couple 2nd-round picks, these coming up drafts, like, you can rebuild so quickly with that, with trades or with just hitting the right person, hitting the right quarterback, hitting the right running back, hitting the right receiver. You don't know what you could get to for sure signing up. So I'm not hating on the Browns for it. I just hate that Myles Garrett went to the Rams. I just, like I said, it's just the Rams are just getting better and better. And it's like, you just like, why? Why do we keep on doing
Are the Browns on a rebuild though? Like, I mean, like they wasn't. You think they really on a rebound? How long they been on a rebuild, man?
I don't think
since 1990.
They've always had a pretty decent defense. They've always had a pretty decent defense, and Garrett was one part of the reason why. So, well, I mean, like I said, Verse can still also, he's younger and whatever, so he can still come in and make an impact. But it's always been the caution on offense. So I don't really think it's a rebuild, just doesn't have some missing pieces when you got a $230 million quarterback that's not playing. So that was also an issue as well.
Well, and do you think that's another reason why they got off of the Myles Garrett deal? You're still paying Deshaun. You have to still pay him because it's all guaranteed basically money. So you still got to pay Deshaun. So let's for sure keep our cap room up because I think Deshaun got another year left. I think on his deal, maybe 2.
Oh my God, so stupid.
So
good God.
you finally get off that deal. Now look how much cap room you do have, and like I said, you hit with a quarterback, or if you think Shadour's still your guy. I mean, Shadour don't look bad right now in OTAs, but OTAs are OTAs to me. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't think it's terrible. And I think the Rams, I mean, they got to be the NFC favorites, if anything.
Yeah. But anyway, talk about another big trade that just came through. Justin, how you feeling?
You talking about AJ?
Obviously.
I want to start by saying I appreciate everything AJ did for the Eagles. Like, I'm not one of those fans that are just going to say oh yeah, he's just this trash bucket. No, we needed him for those Super Bowl runs. He got us there. However, also being an Eagles fan, if you hear the team and I know y'all probably don't, but I've been keeping up with their OTAs. Like the team, like they're even like they're glad to be done with it. It's been 2-year saga. Them rumors came out. I try not to buy too much into those rumors, but some rumors did come out about AJ and why he had beef with Jalen about this female. But the rumors are rumors.
No. Ain't no female. It's that man's wife. Come on, bro. Put respect on her now.
No. See, I'm talking about a whole different rumor. I'm talking about a massage therapist with him and Hassan Reddick. Like I said, rumors are rumors to me. I don't know, but they're saying that it caused that. Jalen knew about it, didn't tell AJ, and told AJ, "I'm focused on ball," and AJ didn't like that response apparently. But I also find it as an Eagle fan. I think another reason why they're getting so upset with AJ. It's very corny what he's going over to the Patriots and doing. He's acting like he came from like the Jets or something. Like he didn't just come off of a Super Bowl 2 years ago and didn't go to a Super Bowl his first year there and wasn't an All-Pro and all that stuff at the Eagles. Like going over there talking about it's like Christmas and it's not heaven, but it's the closest thing to it being a Patriot and stuff like that. And like it's just too much. Like we get it. And then like AI photos of you in these Patriot jerseys and stuff like that, and in the man cave. The fact you had Patriot stuff in your house while you're an Eagle, that's weird. I mean, come on, it's just real corny. Like, if you just went over there and said, "Hey, look, I've been a fan. I love you that I'm now getting to play for him." Cool, but don't do all the corny stuff. It's just real corny.
He hurt. That boy hurt, man.
Yeah, he hurt about something.
He hurt.
He real corny with it, but hey, props to him. I hope they do well. No, I don't. I actually don't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hoping he was gonna get traded to anybody. I'd like him to get traded to the Chiefs. And you know how much we don't like the Chiefs. But I would rather him get traded anywhere but the Patriots. But I'm glad we still got a first-round pick out of it. So it is what it is. I mean, y'all think he's going – I guess this is a question that people are asking. Y'all think he's going to have a better second half of a career now that he's on the Patriots? Or – because people act like he was chopped liver on the Eagles. He was second in yards and touchdowns in the past 5 years while playing for the Eagles. And I guess we forgot who was throwing him that ball. But they're saying he's going to one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Drake May. So I guess that's my question to y'all.
Justin, come up for air, brother. The Eagles nuts going to be there still. Come up for air, bro. But I think with, like I said, what Patriots are doing, y'all forgot how they, where they finished up last season. So I wouldn't necessarily say that he went to a bad predicament. If Drake May and the Patriots can continue to be on this incline, and I think with the addition of AJ Brown, he's going to add a little bit more positive effect to what they have going on. So I think that he went to a good position to a slightly better position because maybe Drake May is a better ball thrower than Jalen Brown. No, I meant than Jalen Hurts. So I said maybe. So I do think that it won't negatively affect his this end of his career if that is the case, which could be on the latter end of it.
Again, I let other responses. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jacob.
Unfortunately, I feel bad for AJ. Because even though they ended up there, it was a Mickey Mouse run. A straight Mickey Mouse run. Drake May, I think, is a fraud. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he's a fraud. And the reason I say that is y'all barely beat the Broncos, who didn't have a Bo Nix.
He had no line.
No.
Keep going.
Then you barely beat, if we're being honest, if they had any other quarterback, CJ Stroud would, if they had any other quarterback than CJ Stroud, the Texans would have won that game. And then you went against the Chargers, who don't have no O-line, and Herbert's ankles are just shattered, and he can't get away. So it was the most Mickey Mouse run. I think he's not gonna look too fondly on this move, this trade, in my opinion.
Jamie?
Hey, Deshaun has 1 year left on his contract, by the way.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, he's on his last year.
Jamie, you think the Patriots are going to be improved? Which, I mean, it's hard to improve on last season, but do you think they improve?
I think their offense will be much improved. They needed more receiving power because really and truly, what is it, Booty up there? Yeah, it was. Yeah, Diggs is not an AJ. Like let's be real. So I think they upgraded in that aspect. I don't think Diggs is a bad receiver at all, but AJ Brown is a much better receiver in my humble opinion. Yeah. I think they upgraded their receiving room pretty well. The Eagles, I mean, I think they had a couple good year run and they're just on the downslide, so they're probably in rebuild mode right now because they're trash.
Whoa, rebuild.
So
rebuild mode.
So
because we got rid of one guy, we're in rebuild mode.
I think they wanted that first round pick because they realized that their team just isn't it this year, so they need some more help going into next year, maybe going after a quarterback or something like that.
So you have to go for another receiver because
now you're sounding like ESPN. Like you're sounding like the clickbaity ESPN people, because I've never seen a quarterback have the resume that he has and people constantly go, well, he still got to prove it. It's like, what else does this man got to prove? That's what I don't understand.
I didn't say he had to prove anything. I said he had a great few years, but they're on a downslide. They're going to get rid of Jalen probably in the offseason as well.
What downslide? Like, what is the downslide for Jalen? Like, because every year that he actually started, he's been to the playoffs. He's had 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win, Super Bowl MVP, going in just into his 7th year or 6th year, and he's had a new OC the entire time. So what downslide is he on? Like that, I guess that's my question.
Justin,
Jalen is good.
I think that we all think that Jalen Hurts is a good idea. He came into a good position and he has upheld his part, Justin.
He is an Eagle.
Let me ask y'all team by team, and the only person who I really think might say no, but in these past few years, I want him to think about quarterback ain't been that much available. Jamie, Jalen Hurts comes to Atlanta. Does Atlanta make it to the playoffs with your squad right now?
Fuck no.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck no.
100%.
You're basically replacing the same thing. You get Bijan, you get a younger elite running back. You have Drake London and all them on the outside, and you have a great defense.
Just re-signed.
Wait, but hold up. That's not fair because think about his division though. Like you can go 8-9 and go to the playoffs.
Offensive team, with your offensive receivers, running backs, your offense line, your tight ends and stuff. Who would you rather have this year, Jalen Hurts or Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, that's just because Aaron Rodgers is.
You can do that to multiple teams too. That if you ask their fan base, you're taking Jalen Hurts over any of them because you're going to win. I said most. I didn't say all. I said most.
Anyway, let's. I hate talking about the Eagles. I hate talking about the Eagles, so let's get off of them. One other news we got to talk about is Russell Wilson retired.
Yep, he did.
Well, I need to ask y'all a question. Did y'all hear retire or see retire in the message or in the video? Because
it's official.
When watching Ian Rappaport come on to the Pat McAfee show, he brought that to everybody's attention. You didn't see retired. You saw that he will be at CBS. But you never saw that he retired, and he never put that in a message that he retired from football. So is he just stepping away?
He literally tweeted, "Thank you, football."
Yeah, thank you, football. That's not retired football.
Adam Scheffler said he officially retired.
Okay.
If Sheffy's saying it, I'm going with it.
I'm just saying, Ian Rappaport came on there and said that if what he has heard, he never heard retirement. More of, I am stepping away.
And then he came back. Darren Waller said he retired. He came back.
Brady said he retired.
Hey,
And I mean,
speaking of the Giants, 1-3 back in that thing.
Oh yeah, Odell.
How y'all feel about that?
Hey, they went and signed everybody from the rejects from other squads. Juju's on that team now. I mean, they went back and said everybody who used to be a name, I'm here. But
think about that though. That receiving core that they got though. Although I don't know if I know people say don't lean into it too much, but Malik Neighbors ain't walking well. I know.
Y'all saw that softball?
He just had I know he just had a re-surgery done and a cleanup, but
he ain't walking.
Got to go throwing tugs. Got to go throwing backflips, and Malik Neighbors can't walk.
And then it's civil war in the locker room, maybe at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, what going on with them? I mean, what going on with them?
That's why they signed everybody to get the news off of that. They just started signing. We don't sign everybody.
Like it. You know what? Give me Odell.
Contract. You get a contract.
If you're coming to practice today, you're signed. Come on. Because like Jonathan, as the defensive people in the room, well, Jacob, you were corner. If you heard your quarterback say that, Jonathan, is that dividing y'all? Is that dividing y'all for real?
Refresh my mind again. What
Jackson Dart went and he introduced Trump at a rally.
Yeah.
Said, welcome on my 44th, whatever numbers he is, because I don't really care. He put him on there and started a go blue chant. So made it about the Giants at the same time. Abdul Carter comes out and says, I thought this was AI. We being for real right now? The defensive end for the Giants. So
yeah. So what happened to keeping politics out of football? What happened to that statement, or are we just making selective statements towards certain individuals and certain demographics of individuals? I do think that will affect the locker room, because the things, I don't know. Can we even discuss the 46th president on anything? But anyways, I do think that
47.
Yeah, 45, 47. I do think that we should not allow politics in football, because that's what they made a statement about years ago. Politics and football should be different entities. Shouldn't be combined in one conversation. So with that being said, though, I do think that gesture is kind of has a negative annotation on, and a slap in the face of some of the other players, because of the things that president has done and how he represents himself in the public's eye. So, and he should have been more aware and conscious of what he would be doing to his other players than his own personal feelings when it comes to that.
Well, have you seen his second statement that he said, Abdul?
Well, they both came out and said that,
he doesn't need to apologize. He said he doesn't need to apologize. Just don't say anything when I start supporting who I want to support.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what he came out like. Basically, he's like, hey, and he let them know, like, hey, if you gonna make a statement, then hey, I'm a grown man too. I'm gonna make my statement too, and you gotta be ready for us to go back and forth with it. And that's what it comes down to. But
what do you get out of going back and forth, though? I don't understand. What do you gain from going back and forth with them publicly about this situation? The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have a divided season football team, unless that's what they want. They want to have a division to make it seem like Drake May is not who he is as a quarterback. Make him look
Jackson
bad.
Dart.
Jackson Dart. I'm sorry. Make him look bad.
It's just, it's like, I don't know. We talked about this. I guess we won't get too much more into it, because I know them statements just came out. But it's like we talked about last week. It's like you just got to know your environment, know where you're at, know how the world is going right now, and how divisive like everything is getting. Anything to keep the team, and keeping the main thing. Do that, and don't bring the distraction into the locker I mean, that's really what it comes
Yeah.
down to.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Any other football news? Anything like that y'all want to hop into? Anything?
Y'all want to go college real quick? People complain about Nick Saban going out there and being like, "We got
Going to Congress."
Yeah, they're like, he used to pay players under the table. But I kind of get what he's saying. It's like we're gonna see who, I don't know, like it's a race to the bottom, like you said. You got to pay the players, but if they don't pay, they're not gonna come to you, so you're gonna lose, and then more people are not gonna want to pay into a losing program, so you're gonna just have the same top teams always up there. So I do agree there needs to be a little change, but I don't think it should be a change where it to stop players from getting more money than what they're already getting now. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's all about who. It's a bidding war, man. It's all about who pays who pays the most, and like that goes back to me a lot. Where I felt like as if they always should have been played. They always should have been played, and they should be able to go where they want to go. But often you see players who are leaving literally like after the first year, no matter how much money they paid. There's no rope and chain on these players anymore. So, and I just think a lot of elderly individuals don't find that appropriate because there's no there's no control over them anymore. They go these players, these student athletes go where they want to go. But are we missing on the point of the student part first though? That's what I don't miss out of this.
I always go back to when they first wrote out NIL. Instead of just rolling it out and saying, all right, players, y'all can get paid for your name, image, and likeness. Because that's really what it was supposed to be. It was never supposed to be like paid to play. It was just more for like, hey, if you want to go out and sign autographs, hey, if you want to go out and get a sponsorship, you can. And then it turned into this NIL
Isn't it also
thing.
like jersey sales as well?
Yes, and jersey sales.
Yeah,
and stuff
it's supposed to be,
like
but that's your name, image, and likeness.
Yes.
It's supposed to be your name, your image, and likeness. That's what it's supposed to be. Now it's pay to play. Hey, how much bag you will give me to come to your school?
And I think that's where they failed this from the get-go. You should have made it immediately a bylaw that schools and boosters cannot pay. Yes, we get it. Y'all might get paid through sponsorships, but if it's just that player is getting a sponsorship and is not related to the school, then it's like, hey, I guess those are loopholes too, but it's like you wouldn't be in the situation where you're having third stringers, going, hey, I need 400,000 to stay. And it's like, dog, you weren't even sniffing the field. Like, what are you talking about? But this is the other problem that you're going to have though, where you're seeing a lot of like back and forth. And even like the SEC and Big Ten put out a statement together saying they didn't like this proposal at all or how it was written. Yes, there needs to be something in place. However, I am not for taking a lot of the money that these players are getting, because some of these players, why are you to sit there and tell someone what you can make is, I think, insane. I think if you just putting a cap on the schools and the boosters saying like, hey, your schools and your boosters only get this cap, but the players can still do whatever and stuff like that, I think that would be a lot better. But if you're going to put a cap on the player and like, hey, you only can make this much money while you're attending the school, I think that's where you're losing a lot of these people.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on from that, speaking of loopholes, did y'all see the news this week? So, football got rid of their spring transfer portal.
Yes.
Did you see the loophole that the Cal quarterback ended up doing this week?
No.
So he's a two-sport athlete. He also runs track. So he entered the transfer portal for the track and field. He said he does intend to play football at any school he transferred to.
That's a loophole. That's a crazy loophole right there.
Because the track and field transfer portal runs through late June.
That's hilarious.
Couldn't they just say like he can't play football because
how you gonna say that?
Because he is on their track team, or it's UCLA, my bad. But he is on UCLA's track team, so he can enter. And since he can enter, all track members are eligible for the fall season, which would make him eligible for football as well, because he would be eligible for the fall sports season.
Hilarious.
So he has finessed the system And what's crazy is he was going to stay at UCLA, but the new coach has moved him to wide receiver, and he didn't like it. So now he said, you know what? I run track too. I'm going to enter track transfer portal.
Wow.
If he running, if he running track, what position was he playing in football?
Quarterback. That's hilarious.
Is that not a logical decision as the coach?
No, I get it. Yeah, but
that's like a Lamar situation.
Just like Lamar. He want to be a quarterback. He said he's a quarterback. But he technically has found a finesse. And with him doing that, how many other players are going to be like talking to the track coach? Hey, let me run on the sides. Put me on the roster.
I mean,
that's funny.
it sounds like more he's track 4-4 quarterback because you can run track. I mean, track's the individual sport. So any school you go to, you're going to. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, the school. But track programs are good.
Too, if you think about it as well, it's a win-win for a school to a certain extent because it's like I'll put you on my track team, but you'll have a football scholarship, so I get an extra track scholarship because I'm going to sign you for football. Football's going to put your tuition and all that, but then you're going to run on my track team.
Yeah, like
so he gets a partial football scholarship and a partial track scholarship.
No, football going to pay for all of it.
Yeah, more depending on the school you go to, more than likely. I mean,
they probably won't even give him a scholarship because he's making so much money.
I think you have to.
You can make. Well, you can't make them pay their own tuition if they're a full scholarship.
I don't think you would make your
that player has to decline it. The player has to decline it. It says, "I'll pay for my own school."
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, I just thought it was funny that he found that loophole. It was smart.
It's smart.
Which that would be actual good decision on. It's been a team player if say, hey, since you're making X amount of money in NILs, would you forfeit your full scholarship so that we can bring in more players on a full ride? That makes
nobody bringing people in, but that would make sense if they were bringing people in for full rides. They're bringing people in for checks now. So you ain't gonna get no high profile because I won't pay for your school. You only get the high profile because I'm dropping this coin.
And then, as a player, would you take that? Because what if you got hurt and then now I have no tuition and I'm technically a walk on, so they can drop me like a bag of rocks after that. So I get what you're saying though. I mean, it makes sense, but I can see where a player would be like, probably not going to do that.
Another thing people forget to talk about in this NIL as well is like, Nick Saban talked about it as well, is a lot of these other sports are not getting the revenue anymore.
They're still not making money.
They're still not making money.
Don't really make sense.
I think.
Yeah. So they're like, well, if I'm a school now, I'm like, I'd rather put in all my money on my program and get more money for my school than to invest in tennis or golf or stuff
the
like
Olympic
that.
sports. Yeah.
The Olympic sports. Like
the only two sports there's only two sports that consistently make money at schools, and that's football and men's basketball.
Because I think if I'm not, and I might get the school wrong, but I know it's an SEC school. I think it's either Arkansas or Mississippi State. They just canceled one of their athletic programs because it wasn't bringing any revenue. And I think it was, either tennis or golf or something like that, because they're like, we can't afford that while we're still trying to keep up with basketball and football and everything else. So, I mean, you're about to start seeing those repercussions. So, I mean, I am going to hate it for those programs, but at the same time, it's like you're making it a cash league now. So, I don't know. It's
been that way. It's just, they're having to shift more into one sport.
Yeah.
That's what I think is what the problem is. It's not the fact that the cash was ever the issue. It's just the fact of like now you're having to pay more into this sport because it brings the most money. It brings the most money. So yeah, why would I not put my money into this? But
but it's not even that part though. It's not even that part. It's a little bit of, you used to have a booster that would say, oh, you need me to fund the softball team, I'll throw a little coin to them. But now that booster's going, nah, man, I'm a football guy or I'm a basketball guy. I want this recruit. So my extra money that I would have thrown at the basketball or track and field, I'm throwing it at the NIL deal so that we can make sure we sign the right players.
The same thing what I just said, basically.
Do you think like
you said where the money is made. I'm saying throwing it at the players for that.
Do you think a way to combat that would be like your top 3 most spent sports NIL, like 30% of that has to go to like the Olympic sports?
I think a school.
Oh, you're talking about
Title IX. That. I think that's more of a school determination than it would be a.
All you're doing
I'm
is
talking about
like
they put in like a law,
about Title IX.
Like
that's Title IX.
Yeah, basically
Title IX.
Yeah.
Title IX says whatever you spend on one, as a school, not as a collective, as a school, whatever you spend on one sport, you got to spend on another.
Collective. We make it a collective, you know.
But a lot of these schools say they're breaking even when it comes to stuff like that now. Like financially, they're breaking even or they're overspending.
Well, some of these bigger programs are overspending, and I mean, I get they got boosters and stuff, but they are overspending. I
personally think though it's because everybody, and it was one of the things that a lot of the people, especially in the ACC and the Big Ten, complained about when you talk about travel. When you're talking about a football schedule, okay, cool, you got 6 away games. Yes, it's expensive, but you only have 6. But when you start talking about the baseball team, I have to go play here. They play 20 plus games. So you're talking about 10, 15 away games, and they don't have the budget that the football does when it comes to revenue. When you talk about basketball, they all play 30 games a year. So we're flying across the country back here doing all this. And I think we need to realign conferences because I think that's truly what's killing up the smaller sports than it is they're spending so much on travel to get to and from games because we made these conferences cross country now. And it's every conference, if you really look at it, it doesn't really make sense why even we're in the American and we were in Conference USA, we would go and play 4 Texas schools, but there's like 3 Alabama schools and 2 other Mississippi schools that are right by us that we don't play. Like it didn't make sense. I think conferences need to realign and trade people to make it cheaper. But anyway, off of college football.
So wait, yo, did y'all speaking of NIL, Virginia Tech just received $75 million donation for the athletic department.
Yep.
$75 million.
Man. I thought there was a limit now. I thought they put like a 40 million cap limit.
It says mostly for athletics.
No, they didn't. They proposed a bill for a $40 million cap, but I think so.
Was that a single donation or like a?
It's one donation, 75 million. One.
By one family, yeah. Oh, by one family, yeah.
I mean,
you know how much money you had to have to give 75 million?
Well, Texas Tech has a former football player. He's always on Pat McAfee's show. I can't think of his name at the moment. I apologize, but Texas Tech has a former football player who struck oil in Texas, so he's worth billions. And he is funding not only the football program, which you saw what they did this past year. They got one of the highest paid softball programs. One of their pitchers is making $1 million that he's funding personally.
Oh yeah.
For a national title tonight.
Yeah, I'm literally for national. So it's like you're going to get somebody like he just lives and breathes athletics, and he's also trying to help with the NIL stuff. Like he is understanding like, hey, like I can do it, but I know none of these other schools can. You're just gonna give them a point where I'm just gonna outpay everybody because I can. But so he is trying to fix it, but it's like there is no limit right now. So it's like I get why they're trying to fix it, but it's like if I'm a player, don't take my bread.
75 mil though.
75 mil, one deposit. Let's move on. We got the finals.
How much money you gotta have before you just start doing that?
If you ever hit a bill, you got any type of money you want.
And honestly, it really is a tax write-off anyways, too. So, I mean, like, I'd rather pay for it. I'd rather give that $75 million to my school opposed to giving to the government. Yep. So, hey.
True.
All right. Well, let's get on to the NBA.
What you got? What y'all think about the game last night?
Wemby is a 2K player. He's a creative player.
Who, Wemby?
Wemby, he's not human. I've never seen a 9'11" man just dribble up and down the court. Wait, that was a bad saying since the team he's playing against. My bad.
There you go.
I was just throwing a height out there. Like I didn't think about it.
But you threw 9-11 versus the Knicks.
I didn't think about it.
You just went to the memorial.
I did. Shout out to those people. Not shout out. You know what? Just move on for me, bro. Just move on.
It's your take. It's your take.
Did you just say shout out to 9/11
Shout
people?
out to the people.
Wemby is an alien. He's an alien. He's not a real person. And yeah, that's it. Let me just stop talking.
I'll move on. I don't know what that was. I thought the Knicks were going to win last night. I think we talked about that in the last podcast, that we thought the Spurs coming off of such an intense 7-game series, that the Knicks coming off of all that rest, like the Spurs probably come off hot, but then the Knicks rest and they'll have their legs under them. And I think they were trying to save Wemby for as long as they could. But I think if you're in the finals now, you got to play him 40 minutes plus. Like you can't, there's no like these long periods of time with him on the bench. And I think the Knicks just really took advantage of that when Wemby was off the court. But at the same time, Cat, he locked up Wemby. I think Wemby was like 2 for 16 against him. Like Cat played the way Chet should have been playing. Like he just, hey Wemby, you're gonna have to. I got a little size on you. You're gonna have to come get me. You come beat me downhill. Come block my shot. And Cat, I think that was like, and then Wemby doesn't get a break like how he kind of did in this last series, because Hartenstein was always on him, but Chet wouldn't be. Well, in this series, you got Cat, and then you got Mitchell Robinson, who Mitchell Robinson could care less about points. He is like a Dennis Rodman. He could care less about points. I think he's shooting 13% from the free throw. Like that's how much he could care less about points. And all he cares about is boards and putting a body on Wemby. So I did think like if those two show up, the Spurs are going to be in trouble. But also, that coach has to understand when you have a hot hand, even if it's your rookie, you got to keep the hot hand on the floor. And Ron Harper coming in that first quarter, dropping 10, and then you keep De'Aaron Fox in there for the crucial moments when Ron Harper is balling at that moment. I understand, like, you want to keep the vet on the field. And, I mean, De'Aaron Fox ain't no scrub, and I ain't trying to talk bad about De'Aaron Fox, but you had a hot hand in Ron Harper, so I wonder if you would have kept him. I mean, Dylan Harper. I'll talk about his dad, my bad. Dylan Harper. If you have a hot hand and on the floor, you got to keep him out there. And I think the game might have went to the Spurs if he's out there in that fourth quarter instead of putting Fox back out there, just because he was just it's like they couldn't stop him at that moment.
I think y'all forget, like, the Spurs were up. They let that.
That's the part. That's the part.
I'm saying.
That's the part that was crazy.
That's
the part that was crazy. Like, I was,
bro. They were down 14 points.
Like, I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was in dad mode last night when I saw the Spurs up 15, and really and truly, it felt like they had complete control of the game. I put my daughter to sleep and passed out, and when I woke up, it was the end of the fourth quarter, and I was like, "Holy crap! What game did I miss?" Because it shouldn't have. It just it felt like the Spurs had complete control. And I went and watched the highlights, and I think kind of what we were saying. I think the Spurs legs got them. I think that physical series they played great, but that fourth quarter, that's a long basketball game, and the Knicks played it well. They leaned on them. They fought, and the Knicks have done this all year or all playoffs. So don't count them out. I mean, look what they did to the Cavs. They should have been down. They should have been out that game one. Same thing. The Cavs were coming off of a physical series, and the Knicks took advantage. Now, I'm curious to see, do the Spurs do what the Cavs did, and, we should have had game one, the Knicks hit us in the mouth. Do they falter and let that get away from them, or do they rebound and say, no, like, that was embarrassing. We're going to come out here in game two and take it?
I'd say more likely, because I think I saw today, like, every single series this playoffs runs, they've lost the first game, and it's always been at their home court. So they usually are that bounce back team. And like I said, I mean, they were controlling it, but that was also the worst the Knicks are probably going to play. So yeah, you were controlling it, but the Knicks did not look good those first few quarters, and the Spurs looked like they had their numbers. So you got all you can think is the Knicks are also going to improve their shots and their making and their playing ability, and you got to find some way to help Luke Cornett, because when Luke Cornett comes onto that court, Jalen Brunson looks at him like, oh, barbecue chicken. Like, I'm about to eat your lunch. Like, he looked like he was smiling big whenever he saw Luke Cornett come in for that pick and roll. Like, so, I mean, obviously they're going to make adjustments, but it's like the Knicks showed that they can easily just stay on this historic run that they're on.
I'm not gonna lie, they shot the hell out of me last night.
Mm-hmm.
They shot the hell out of me, man. Because I don't make no, Justin. They have a longer win streak than that. They won 12 games in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
12 games in a row.
12 straight playoff games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think how would I say it? 12. That don't.
Yeah. Since Atlanta, they have
Since Atlanta, they swept. Yeah.
What's been shocking is because we've seen them in so many games where they're down so much and then they just come back and win. I mean, that's what keeps happening.
And the fact that they did it in San Antonio was crazy too, because when they did it in New York, you were like, you had your home crowd, you had this, but you did it in San Antonio, and San Antonio has a very hard place to play.
I will say this, and Jacob can attest to me. They go up 2-0 and they go back to MSG. That's a wrap. It's a sweep.
MSG is.
It's an instant.
I know, because is MSG going to be filled with? I mean, are they really playing these ticket prices?
Yes,
Jamie.
Yes, Jamie. It doesn't matter. They're going to be outside the building.
Oh yeah, easily. Like someone's hair. My wife was telling me earlier, someone got their hair on fire last night after the game at MSG.
What?
Yes, they caught the hair on fire and were just running around. Like, you don't want to go to MSG down 2-0. Like, I
saw a dude standing on an ambulance and he got arrested. But at the end of the game, it did seem like
y'all get in price, and I bet this is going to go up because, like you said, if they go up 2-0, it's going to be crazy. Get in price right now for Game 4 at MSG. Get in price. $8,200.
$82.
$8,000. $8,238 on StubHub. That's the get in price. That's to sit up in the nosebleeds.
They got to pay them player bonuses, man.
That is sick.
What do you mean they playing on the playoff checks? They ain't getting paid.
Man, them both ain't the bonuses, my boy.
But that's what's crazy. Like, if you go to San Antonio for Game 2, the get-in price still steep, but $700.
Because it's Texas. Well, I don't know, bro. I would say Texas got money too, but I don't think they got New York money though.
When
get-in price for Game 1 is $7,000.
When is it going to get to the point where the average fan can no longer go to a game?
It's already at that point
right now.
I think it's kind of already.
What I'm talking about? Playoff games. Playoff games. I think I'm trying to keep the playoff games off because, like, I get playoff games. You raise the prices and stuff like that. Like, I get that, but I'm talking about even regular season games, because regular season we're looking at trying to go to the Eagles, Cardinals, and the Cardinals suck. Like, they suck. Like, and we're trying to go to that game, and like, there's a bunch of us out here in Arizona who are trying to go to it. And like, tickets just for one ticket is like, for the Cardinals game is $300 plus and up. And it's like, when is the average fan? Like, I mean, that is just a ridiculous amount of money.
Do you know what it is? It is the StubHub, the CE, all these. It should not be allowed that a company gets seat access to buy the seats before I do.
Yes.
That should never be a thing. Like,
I agree.
It should always be first come, first serve, no matter what. Like, I think it's crazy that these
and they charge a service fee.
Yeah, these owners can go to these apps and be like, I'm gonna send you this amount of seats. You just gotta give us the profit off of the seats that you're gonna raise the prices to. I think that's crazy to me. at least you start charging those prices, not some third-party company.
Do you think there's going to come a time where an owner is going to go, all right, we've heard enough. We've realized we barely fill up these things anyway. Like we're going to no longer go through StubHub and stuff. Like if you want a ticket, you got to come to our team website and buy the ticket.
No, they're not going to get enough. No, they're not. I don't see that happening.
I mean, it's just
what's the reason for them to stop?
I mean, I guess
they get more money out of it. They get more money out of it, and they take none of the blame.
These players' contracts are going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So why would I?
That's another question I have.
Pump the brakes. No. Pump the brakes because you're talking about the NFL. I heard something the other day that absolutely blew my mind.
I thought we were talking NBA.
With NBA, NFL, what they want to say.
In
general.
Okay.
I heard something the other day that blew my mind. Did you know that the TV contracts for the NFL, the TV and licensing deal for the NFL, pretty much covers salary cap?
Yes, I mean that's why they negotiate them so much. Is that's usually how.
So my question is, why are these owners complaining about paying people? Why are they complaining about paying people when your TV deal covers it? So now ticket sales is straight profit.
Because
they want a dib dab in that too.
Because a rich man would never try to give away more money. I mean, let's just be real. Like if you really want to be rich, you're not trying to give away your money, and so that's really what it comes down to. But I did have a question about that because I am all for players getting paid. I am 1,000% for it. But there is going to become a point in time where, like, I am going to go, yeah, I think a quarterback needs a lot of money, but $100 million a year to play quarterback, that's ridiculous. We're almost there because Matthew Stafford's at $68 million. Like, we're almost there. Like, what are we talking about? So what?
Shohei Ohtani let's be honest. What Shohei Ohtani, it is amazing. But should any human be paid that much money to do what he's doing?
But Jacob, you have to run your numbers. Yeah, but you have to run those numbers, bro. Think about the numbers that he brought in for the Dodgers. Okay, let's say Jacob, I really do believe this man probably brought in $100 million from the Dodgers in 1 year.
No,
1 year.
More. More. They won a World Series. They won like 2 World Series with them. So
and here's the whole country behind him. So that makes sense. Think about this. If let's say he made them $700 million in 1 year or $1 billion in 1 year, he only get paid how much? Now it's like what $2 million a year from that right now. But I'm just saying. His contract is set for what $700 million. So that's only 1 year over 10 years. Think about that. Think about that. So think about how much money they recruit as a program instead of one player. So think about that, Jacob.
But are you gonna
he getting his shit in of the stick for real?
But and like because baseball, like I think they're right now in talks of maybe going into a shutdown over a salary cap because they have no salary cap and it's all guaranteed money in baseball.
Well, they're talking about a minimum. They're talking about a minimum and a maximum.
Yeah.
They're talking about a minimum and a maximum.
Wait, I think that is one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
No. I think that would hurt baseball more than ever because we are already saying baseball is dead. It's boring. Nobody wants to go to these games. So you only have 1 or 2 star athletes on one team per team. Think about that. It's gonna be even more boring.
But this is the problem that people are saying now is like the Dodgers, for instance. They have like 6 or 7 elite players because they can pay them because these other teams just can't pay them. And so it's like, now, I don't mind watching the Dodgers right now play because Shohei Ohtani is just so fun to watch. He's so fun to watch.
I hate the Dodgers.
Nah.
Of course you don't mind.
But it's like, when it's just when is going to be too much money?
Good.
What is going to be too much money? I guess that's really where like you get as a fan because like at the same time, ticket prices, I just don't want to keep paying that much. Like it's so much money.
It is really pushing out though the average fan. Like we were talking about it. It's like to take a family to a game now.
It's like $1,000 some odd dollars.
Hey, you seen that receipt? A guy that took his three kids and himself.
Hold up. Really look at that receipt though. Really look at that receipt though. Really look at that receipt though. That's why I give mad props. So speaking of that receipt though, I give mad props to my team, the Atlanta Falcons, for You pay for your ticket. We're gonna give you street pricing when you come in here to the stadium. Me and Jacob, I've been to a couple games. Me and Jacob went to a game. We ordered a large pizza, 2 souvenir drinks, and it was only $18.
See, that's
for all of
Damn.
that. We're the hot dog. You go in there and get a hot dog, $2.53. Like they don't rob you when it comes to concession stands and stuff. Now you gonna pay for your tickets. So we're pretty reasonable with tickets too, because we sorry right now.
That's the same out
Concessions are
here.
insane too.
Yes.
Oh
That's
my God.
That's the same out here for the Suns basketball team. The owner of their team came out and said, like, I understand it costs a lot to get in. So he made it where the concessions are like $5 for items, $4, $3, $2, $1 for a soda, $1 for a bottle of water and stuff like that. Like he made it very reasonable, so that way you can go and also eat while you're there. So I do like owners that at least would take the initiative to do something like that, because, like I said, it's crazy when you go to the Cardinals game and it costs you $200 to get in, and then it's going to cost you $40 per person to eat a pretzel and a soda or something like that. Like it's just
So
it's
why
insane
the
prices.
Cardinals,
Look, y'all,
bro? Like,
okay, so look, y'all forgetting we are coming from consumers, right?
Yeah.
So we have to think about. I know the also players already get paid a lot, but think about this: if my jersey sales made this one program, let's say $30 million, how would you feel if you don't even get a percentage of that?
But they do get a percentage of it. So what's your argument?
No, it's
I'm
not.
just saying this. The reason is the price of the tickets is because of the reason you want to win a team, right?
Yeah,
you gotta
but
pay to play.
John,
You gotta pay to play.
and I hate to use
They
him
get paid
because
through the TV deal.
he had a good year last year. But how's it going to feel if you look at Trevor Lawrence and you're having to pay him now in a couple years $120 million a year to play quarterback? Like that's just going to be insanity.
I think they really agree, Chris. on that point, but
they're already at $68 million. That's what I'm saying. Like we're already getting close to like $70, $80 million.
Brock Purdy, don't get me wrong, is a very good quarterback.
Yes, very
but
good.
He knows $60 million quarterback.
No.
But he's going to be there.
Y'all are also forgetting though as well. Y'all are like, oh, these owners, they don't want to pay, or you got to pay the whatever John just said. I forgot what you just said, like word for word. But think about it like this: they also use that stadium, which was also built with taxpayer money as well. Built with taxpayer money to sell out other stuff like concerts, conventions, and all this other stuff. So why are we still paying all these prices when you're also using the building to support other events for you to make money? Like, so we're paying higher prices to get in, higher concessions, and you also have to pay for the stadium. You also have to pay for like the parking and stuff and like other infrastructure. Like they say it's bringing jobs, but I don't think it's that enough. To be honest, I don't think it's that enough.
It's the greed, Jacob.
I think I'm also getting tired of hearing it's bringing jobs, because I keep seeing like these people get a lot more in profit, but are cutting a lot of jobs, or let's give them this $1 billion tax break, but it's only going to bring in 200 jobs while they're going to get paid billions to bring in just that. And it's just like, I say 200. I saw one where he just got like a $15 billion tax break for his company, and he went and lobbied for it and everything, and it's only going to bring 20 jobs. And it's like, well, dang, like where eventually do we get some say so in how all this stuff goes? I don't know. It's a
and guess who built the stadium?
We did.
The taxpayers.
Yeah, we did. Like
the taxpayers built the stadium.
I don't know. It just gets to a point. It's like, how many more times are you just going to keep effing over the consumer?
Which one's moving?
How long as
you talking about the Bears?
The Bears, they're moving stadiums, aren't they?
They're moving Indiana.
Yeah,
they're moving out. They're moving out of North Carolina, Indiana.
If you don't concede to them, they'll leave your the city. Like, so what is the average person supposed to do at this point?
Nothing. Yeah, I mean, I heard someone the other day, and I'm not trying to get too far away from sports, but I literally heard someone the other day go, like, they were asking them, one of these billionaires, like, why do the taxpayer have to pay for your company? They're like, well, they come and bid, but we're going to outbid them. So why are we even talking about this? Like, that's how they think. Like, they care less about us because they know we're never going to have the money to outbid them. So We're just gonna keep getting stuck with it until something changes. Which when would that happen?
Mm-mm. Anyway, Wemby's an alien. Knicks in 4.
Knicks.
You calling for the sweep?
New York City's gonna burn.
Yes.
Nah, I'm kidding. Knicks in 5. I think Knicks in 5, but New York City's gonna burn.
I said Knicks in 5.
Dude,
The Statue of Liberty is gonna get changed to Jalen Brunson.
Hey, he's coming into a star of his own, boy.
Yeah.
Good God.
And look, what's crazy? He didn't even want to go over there.
No.
That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part. He didn't even want to go over there. That man was so mad he went over there.
What do y'all think about him getting banged up in the first quarter?
I'm glad it was not serious.
Dominant, ain't he?
Well, those were fouls that should have been called, though, low key. Like, I know people are like, they like the physicality, but like some of that stuff was getting a little bit ridiculous to the certain point. But speaking of the series, I needed to bring up, did y'all see, and I'm going to butcher his last name, but Jeremy Sohan?
He's going to get a ring regardless.
Gets a ring regardless. He played for both teams and played for both teams for the threshold. So he technically, no matter who wins this series, he gets a ring.
You think
that man won in life?
They said he can decline a ring or something like that.
The Spurs can decline.
The
Spurs can decline. The Spurs can decline giving him a ring if they wanted to.
No, bro. Run me my ring. Run me mine.
But I have a question.
I'll take it to court.
This is, and I guess we can, if we need to end, we can. Y'all think this is one of the most historic finals in a long time, with it being historic franchises of the Knicks, who haven't been since 1999? And you know how historic that franchise is, and then the Spurs, and you know this might be Wemby's first to catapult his career, and we're already thinking he's going to be one of the greatest to ever pick up a basketball. So, is this one of the most historic runs and historic finals we've seen in a while?
I won't say historic in that aspect. I would say exciting, one of the most exciting in a while, because I feel like we've had a run of finals being small market teams, which isn't nothing wrong. But big market teams sell, and so having these big franchises in the finals makes it exciting. Plus, I think everybody's kind of excited because this is a finals with like fresh blood. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's the finals with the new faces. If you really think about it,
what it is it's the finals of people actually showing emotion and not being. It's basketball. It's not a Jokic going there like.
You mean I gotta go to a championship parade?
Oh, or Shea looking up there like, I won. Like it doesn't really bother me, or this is nothing crazy. Like we actually get to see emotion.
These guys want it. Yeah,
these guys want it. Like you can see it in their faces.
Also, speaking of, but you brought up Wemby's first. Did y'all see the comparisons between Wemby's first finals run and Tim Duncan's first finals run?
No.
Hang on, let me pull it up real quick. But anybody else got anything on the finals, or Justin, you got any comments on mine and Jacob's comments?
I'm good. I don't know. Jonathan, you got anything left on it?
No.
Jacob, you got anything left on it? I mean, Spurs, you gotta make some changes. I think this is when, like I said, I don't think they're going to win this finals if Wemby does not play 40 minutes. I mean, hey, you got 4 games to change your legacy, really. Like, you got to pay. This is where you could play and rest later. Like, don't worry about anything else after this, because you get months off. Like, play right now. Don't try to rest it and try to, all right, I can give up this game. Hey, man, you in the finals. This is when y'all got to dig deep. I kind of want to see Wemby win, but
I don't.
Are y'all want my question?
But anyway, wait. I'm going to bring up, I brought it up, so I wanted to say it. I wanted to make sure I had it correct before I brought it up. So Wemby's and Tim Duncan's first finals runs, right? Mm-hmm. Both are 22 years old. Both beat the Portland Trailblazers and the Minnesota Timberwolves en route to their first final. In their Western Conference Finals, Tim Duncan played his biggest rival, Shaq, to make it to the finals. Wemby played their biggest rival, Shea, with OKC to make it to the finals. Both are playing the New York Knicks for the championship as well.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
the parallels are crazy. And
We all know what happened in '99.
And just to throw it out there, the Spurs beat the Knicks 4-1.
Oh, that was hilarious.
So the parallels are crazy if you look at it. It's kind of weird that they both kind of did it at the same time. So just to throw that out there, they beat them 4-1. So there's still a chance for it to keep matching up.
Okay, my question now. Each finger gives you 100,000. How many are going?
I ain't cutting my finger for $500,000, bro. I'm sorry. Or $1 million. I'm sorry. It ain't worth it. I ain't cut out none.
I'm almost with John. I don't know if 100,000 would make me cut off a finger. Now, if you'd have said 100
$1 million
mil,
a finger,
100 mil a
or
finger,
500, half a mil a finger.
That's 5 fingers, bro. Hell no.
I don't know if I'm doing.
I get rid of 2 pinkies. I get rid of 2 pinkies. That's 100 mil.
I mean, get rid of 2 ring fingers.
What? You said $100,000 one for per finger.
Yeah, my bad. We
no, said 500.
He said 500,000.
No, he didn't say
500,000 now.
Because none of us said 100,000. So that's the. I'm not cutting off anything for 100,000. 500,000.
2 ring fingers.
Stay married, man.
So stupid. I guess you could, and then just put right here, like put a little band.
I don't know, bro. I gotta see. I don't know, bro.
Okay, here's another question.
I don't know if I would cut it off for 500,000. That's just my fingers.
You get shorter, and for each inch you get shorter, you get 100,000. How short you going?
100,000,
10.5.
So if you go to 5'8", you get 200,000.
I might go 5'8". I'm turning 30 in a couple of days. I ain't got much height I need.
I got a question.
Okay.
Your girl and your mom have to switch bodies.
All right.
The only way to switch
all right. That's the end of the show. That is the end of the
Who you having sex with?
That's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show, bro. That's the end of the show, bro. I'm showing that you live in Alabama, bro.
Who would you pick?
No, we're ending the show. We are ending the show.
I wouldn't do it again. My hand become my best friend. I mean, that's all it is.
All right, I think that's the end.
I got another question.
I
got another question. I got another question. You get $100,000 for every day you don't bathe. How long you not taking a shower?
Oh, I already answered that. I can go 2 months.
2 months,
man. I'm probably going about 8 years.
A day?
Brother, I'm not showering for 10. Bro, because at a certain point...
Yeah, at a certain point, I'm not going to smell it no more.
Yeah, like, no. Not even you. At a certain point, your stinkiness just gets, like, odorless, I feel. Because
I could just go... I go lock up in a hotel room. Now, they might get a little mad. I might be shy. I would not want to live by me. But I just go lock up in the hotel room for 2 months and I do the bare minimum a day. Like, I literally just, I might sweat playing the game. Hey, I can't play the game because I might get musty. But I'm just not going to do a lot because I'm making $100,000 a day not doing nothing.
Okay, but to make this interesting is you can't hide. You have to live your life normally.
Oh, I gotta go out.
Yeah, you gotta go to work. I
just walk outside while it rains.
You know what? Half these folks.
That is so smart.
That's smart.
Actually smart. Okay, you can't do that.
Is that not considered a bath?
That is considered a bath.
I'm not gonna rub myself.
You're just saying. It's just naturally it's happening. I would say this.
So can I do that while walking into a shower?
Let's be real. If you
shower is bathing.
if you're making $100,000 a day, you do that for a couple
Go take
months.
a swim every day.
More than likely, you're not going to run into half of those people again anyway. So if anything, you're just a funny story that day of, hey, I walked past someone who stunk, and that's it. I mean, let's be real. Stop. We shouldn't really care about what anybody else thinks. But at the end of the day, I got my bread.
$100 billion, bro. $100 billion.
All right, last question, and we're getting out of here.
Okay.
$100K per back shot. How many you taking?
All right.
All right. Y'all boys be a little suspect tonight, bro.
Hey, not y'all boys. It's him. It is him.
But for real, y'all. I gotta do it.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta go.
That's a wrap. Tell a friend. Appreciate y'all listening out. We out.
Deuces.
Deuces.